All right, it is May 2nd on this Sunday morning, early in the morning, and I'm heading to Scott County Park for the ScoCoPa Frenzy. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is the second race here in the Quad Cities for the FORC group, and it's at Scott County Park, and I'm doing the novice race again, just like I did at Sylvan Island for the Stampede, and I am heading to Scott County Park now. Well, I arrived here at Scott County Park, and I'm about an hour early, hour before the race, and there's a bunch of people here already. Surprisingly, I didn't think there would be this many people here already. Some people are out riding on the course already just to practice it. I might get out there and just do a little bit of practice, but I'm not going to go all around the whole course. And I don't know what time the registration table opens up, but I'm going to go check all that out now and get ready for this race. Pretty excited, a little nervous again, not nearly as nervous as I was for the Stampede. And yeah, so. All right, we are racing here at Scott County Park. How do you pronounce it? Is it ScoCoPa?
Sure.
I was just running through my head like ScoCoPa.
Yeah, that's a good starting spot.
Kids starting to crash, right? That's a good I'm looking at my watch. You guys are like, oh, we just got here. I'm like, how rude would it be to
All right, it's race time. Notice right after the whistle here what happens at the starting line.
Starting line.
All right, the whistle blows. The guy on the left kind of crowds me into the guy on the right. I bounce back and forth between them, but nobody falls down and we're just fine. And you'll see a slow motion video of that at the very end. All right, so we're pedaling at full throttle here. It's kind of a lead in until we get to the single track. Pedaling up a hill here gets my heart rate up into the 160s and 70s very quickly. So my whole goal was to start near the beginning of the starting lineup so I could play the defensive race and try not to get passed. Oh, I just got passed. But yeah, I figure it's easier to try to keep your position than it is to try to gain positions, and there's very few places to pass in mountain bike races here in single track. All right, we're turning into the single track here, and we're single file, and there will not be an opportunity to pass for some time. Okay, as I try to keep up with these guys, I am definitely breathing heavily at this point. But holding my own. And I think I remember thinking to myself here, I just want to keep up with these guys. What am I doing? What have I gotten myself into? Am I going to be able to keep this pace for 2 full laps? So the Sylvan Island Stampede was my very first mountain bike race ever, and this race here at Scott County Park was definitely a different beast. A lot faster paced, longer trails, and more taxing on my cardio. So the novice race here consisted mostly of green single track, but incorporated a little bit of intermediate too, blue. And the biggest obstacles on these trails are just the narrow trees and twisty pathways. So I was just trying to make sure not to clip trees or fall down or run into a tree, because as we all know, the trees don't move. Feeling a little bit pressured, lagging behind a little bit, so I'm trying to catch up now. Worrying that there's people right on my tail. And I did come out here and practice a little bit. I did the whole entire trail system a couple days earlier, but it didn't really help much because you forget everything when you're racing and you're just in the zone. Alright, I'm catching up now, which is a good thing.
trying not to make any mistakes, which is easy to do when you're going at this speed and intensity. Hitting a tree, sliding, a number of different things you can mess up on. So the lap was about 4 miles, and for the novice race we do 2 full laps. So right now we're not even halfway through the first lap. Trails are really nice here at Scott County Park, though, I'll tell you that. Some of my favorites. Little bridge crossing there. Some guys took the in between the tree route there, or a little shortcut. I didn't dare it on the first lap, but I think I did on the second. No, we're not going to do that feature on a race. Alright, so we got a little bottleneck going on here. 4 or 5 guys here. And it'll be that way for a while. Oh, and he takes a fall. He gets right back up, tries to recover, and he takes another slip off the pedals, but gets right back on. So good job on that. No opportunity to pass, though. So I'm using the 2021 Trek Fuel EX5 mountain bike for this race and the previous race. I purchased it back in January because I wanted to make sure I was able to get a full suspension mountain bike for the riding season. My previous bike was a Trek Marlin 5 and really liked that bike, but definitely wanted to upgrade to full suspension, and it's really nice. So I just passed a couple of really cool features that are on this trail, but we obviously skipped those for the race. But if you ever ride here at Scott County Park, there's some fun boardwalks and A-frames and things like that on some of these trails, so definitely check them out. So we're all running pretty much neck and neck here through these tight, twisty turns. And the guy in front of me really wants to pass the guy in front of him. He's called it out, but there's just been no opportunity to really get it done.
second.
Okay, at this point we are almost 2 miles in, which is about halfway through the first lap, and we've had some really nice fast downhill sections along with the wooden berm, and really no movement yet on the positioning in front of me, although the guy in front of me has called out several times to pass the guy in front of him, but it just hasn't happened yet. And so far I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping up with these guys and keeping my heart rate steady in the 170s. So at about the halfway point through the first lap, I'm looking pretty good. Okay, so there was kind of a wide open area there, but it was such a short little section that wasn't really any opportunity to pass there either. Okay, for better or worse, things start happening here. We got some punchy climbs here. Things slow down a little bit. We got some tree roots and narrow trees. And the guy in front of me finally gets his opportunity up here.
Yep. We're going to pass two. Right behind you. Oops, sorry. Passing on your left. All right, passing on your left.
Good job, Blue.
Yeah. Thanks.
So I got guys right on my ass here, and as I enter into this pine section, my heart rate goes into the 180s, which is
You want to go around me?
at my maximum, and I am beat.
Okay, right up here.
So I know the
Take
guy
a left.
behind me wants to pass, so
Yep.
I can see the position here, and he just zooms on by me. Holy cow! Oh,
Yep.
here goes another one. I think they've wandered around me for a while, but I'm happy to concede at this point because I need some recovery time here, and these pines are really slowing me down. So.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
You bet.
Okay, so obviously I got passed a few times there through those pine section, and that was okay with me because I needed to recover and I just don't have the fitness that they do. This is only my second race and I'm pretty much untrained. I've done a little bit of interval training on the bike trainer in January and February and a little bit of March, but other than that I've just basically started mountain biking in August of last year. Took a little break during the holidays and starting to get my cardio and fitness back up again.
Whoa.
All right, I almost took a fall there going around that corner, sliding on some of the pine needles. It's definitely a little slippery through some of these pine sections, but I recovered okay, and I will get past one more time up here before the end of the first lap.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Slippery. Right?
Okay, it is time to sprint to complete my first lap here, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't get past any more. I'm still in relatively good position, and the beginning of the second lap, I'm feeling pretty strong. The first half of the lap is actually pretty nice. Okay. It's the second half that I have trouble with.
I'm pooped. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Whoa, I almost took a fall there. Hit my foot on that tree. I got passed by all the faster guys. But I started at the beginning, so that's okay.
Left turn, left turn, left turn.
Okay.
Do another.
We have people catching me again. I have no idea how many people are in this race.
So according to the race results, there were a total of 54 novice men who competed at the very beginning at 9 o'clock. And then there were 8 novice women that started a couple minutes after that. And then I believe there were 17 junior males and 4 junior females that started a little bit after we did. But they were all part of the same novice race.
had like 4 or 5 guys on my butt.
So yeah, the second lap here is relatively boring compared to the first lap. I don't really have anybody right in front of me, but I know there's a few guys catching up to me from behind that I don't want to let pass me, so I am still pushing pretty hard here. So yeah, I'm not sure what compelled me to go through the trees there and risk getting caught on them. But I did get caught right there on that, little boardwalk. I shouldn't have even got near it, but yeah, that slowed me down about a second or two. Kind of a dumb move, but I was having fun. Alright, so I finally got enough steam to give a little push here and get caught up to these two guys. If only there was room to pass, that might have been a good spot right down that berm. But it was not to be at this time, but we're definitely all neck and neck here. So in noticing the trend here, I seem to do really well on the either flat or downhill sections, able to take the technical turns and everything really well. It's the uphills and the slower sections that give me trouble, because I believe because of my weight, I'm still about 170 pounds, where I really should be about 155, 160 at the most for my height, which is 5'9". So still working on that. I was close to 200 pounds right around the holidays, so I've already lost quite a bit of weight, but got a ways to go yet. So now we got a big group of 4 of us here, all neck and neck, and I know there's some guys behind me that are getting caught up too. So instead of getting more spaced out like I thought we would on the second lap, we're actually getting closer together, and it will not go well for me once we get into the pines again. So yeah, that whole section back there was a whole lot of fun. Very fast and flowy section. Good chance to recover a little bit too. But it definitely changes pace pretty soon.
Thanks.
So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, if that guy just got poopered out or what, but he let me pass, and I was more than happy to overtake that position.
Go ahead. Right after this tree. There you go.
So I'm not sure what it is about this section here, but this is where I got passed on the last lap. I just slowed down a lot here with these pine needles and everything. So these guys have been waiting to pass me, 4 of them there right in a row. And that will put me back a little bit, but I'm still in a pretty good position here for the end of the race coming up. Okay, as we approach the end of the second lap and the end of the race, I did catch up to these 4 guys in front of me. But I just didn't have enough steam left in me to try to overtake them. And it's the last sprint to the finish line, and I just can't catch up to them now, but nobody else passes me, so that's good.
Woo! Oh, I'm tired. Whew. Good job.
Hey, man, I was out here for a while.
Oh my gosh.
I hit the wall. I was like, ugh.
Good job, man. Whew, that was fun.
Thanks for it, guys.
Yeah, good job. Nice.
Resuming.
Good job.
Thanks, man. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely tougher than Sylvan. In some way, like just the endurance part of it. I didn't know if I was going to make it both laps. I always get that second wind. Somehow find it in me. But whoa. There's a couple times, well, at the very beginning actually, I went out really strong. I don't have the stamina for that. Well, I got past a lot. I was expecting to. These guys are racers. Fit, athletic, experienced. And that's all right. It takes into account both lap times, so, you know, I don't know, my first lap time should be pretty good. Although we were slowed down because of the bottlenecks, but so was everybody else.
I know, we can't get enough.
We missed the exit.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord.
Well, it's better to miss it after the race than during the race. Yeah, you too. Oh my, we're all the way down the end of the road.
That was a good workout.
Yeah, it was, man. My heart rate was on like 170s and 180.
I don't wear one of those.
I got the chest strap on.
I was getting sloppy. I ended up nailing the tree with a bar and the pedals stuck to the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Hit my head pretty good. I don't know if there's a mark on the dome.
I don't see anything. I see something on top, like some twirly birds or something.
Looks like it'll buff out. Oh, guard.
I can't imagine doing, what do they do, 6 laps for the expert or comp?
Then when it gets too warm, I breathe well in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of take some crank.
All right, so the second race ever is in the books, and I got an overall position of 15th out of 54 adult novice men racers, which I thought was pretty darn good considering I got passed quite a few times on both laps. But I started out of the gate pretty strong, and it was definitely those pines and those uphills that slowed me down. And overall, I think I did pretty good, and I'm very happy with my result. So I just need to train harder and get more stamina, and I think I'll do better next year.
All right, the ScoCoPa Frenzy is over. I did the novice race again, and I got 15th I don't know how many people were in there, close to 70 again, including the juniors. I think there was like 40 something adults. So not quite as good as the Sylvan Island Stampede, but this was a much tougher race for me. A lot more endurance, sprinting. Wow, yeah, longer trail. It was tough. My heart rate went up to 185. I was mostly in the 170s, but it went up to 185. So I really pushed on it. Got passed several times. I started up near the front in the first lap, and then on the second lap, I got passed quite a few times. So, hey, still not a bad effort for a novice racer. I've only been mountain biking since August of last year, and this is only my second race ever, so not too shabby. I was 4th again in my age category, in the 40 to 49 year olds, so no medal, but same place within my age group, so that's kind of funny. So, you know, whatever. It was fun again. I loved it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
All right, here's the slow motion video of the whistle blow here at the starting line. You can see when we first take off, I'm good. The guy on the left right there kind of bumps right into my left hand there, and that pushes me off to the right, as you'll see here. I bump off of that guy right there, and then I ricochet back to the other guy, and then we all straighten out, and we are good.